Welcome back 2006 One Dime. The vast and fascinating world of coin collecting. Certain coins transcend their humble beginnings as small pieces of metal meant for everyday transactions and instead rise to become legendary artifacts, symbols of history, craftsmanship, and fortune. The 2006 USA Jefferson nickel, in its unique and intriguing form sometimes referred to by collectors in error as a one-dime Jefferson nickel, due to rare minting anomalies or misinterpretations in its origin story, has become a shining example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can evolve into a piece worth millions. This particular coin, with a face value of only 5 cents, or mistakenly considered 10 cents in some sensational numismatic tales, has stirred excitement not just because of its design, but also because of the remarkable journey it has taken through history, from the mint presses to collectors' showcases, and eventually into the realm of multi-million-dollar treasures. The very idea that a small disc of metal, struck in 2006, could end up with a value soaring into the range of $6 million is enough to spark curiosity, speculation, and wonder among seasoned collectors and casual enthusiasts alike. To truly understand why this coin commands such astonishing worth, one must trace the intertwined threads of American coinage history, the story of the Jefferson nickel series, the technological advances in minting during the early 21st century, and the mysterious factors that can catapult a coin from pocket change to priceless treasure. The Jefferson nickel series itself has a storied history, first introduced in 1938 to replace the Buffalo nickel, with the portrait of Thomas Jefferson becoming one of the most enduring images in American currency. Over the decades, the design saw subtle yet significant changes, most notably in 2004 and 2005 with the Westward Journey series celebrating the bicentennial of the Lewis and Clark expedition, before settling into the modernized portrait style in 2006. That year marked the debut of Jamie Frankie's forward-facing Jefferson portrait on the obverse, a striking departure from the profile view that had been standard for nearly 70 years. This bold artistic choice symbolized a fresh chapter in American coinage, merging tradition with contemporary aesthetics. On the reverse, Felix Schlag's classic Monticello design returned, a timeless nod to Jefferson's architectural masterpiece and intellectual legacy. It is within this context that the 2006 Jefferson nickel emerged, a coin meant to be plentiful, common, and widely circulated, with hundreds of millions minted for everyday use. Yet somewhere within that vast production run, extraordinary variations, rare strikes, and numismatic anomalies appeared, catching the eye of discerning collectors. For some, the allure lay in minting errors, coins struck with double dies, off-center designs, or transitional metal compositions. Others became fascinated by pieces with extraordinary preservation, graded by professional services as MS-70 or PR-70, indicating absolute perfection under magnification. The whispers about a one-dime Jefferson nickel likely stem from unique misstrikes or planchet errors in which the nickel design was somehow impressed upon a dime-sized blank, creating a hybrid that defied the normal minting process. Such anomalies are not only exceedingly rare but also nearly impossible to intentionally produce under the strict controls of the U.S. Mint, making them immensely valuable in the eyes of collectors. When one of these rare 2006 pieces appeared at a major auction, its provenance well documented and its condition unmatched, the bidding war that followed astonished even veteran numismatists. What began as cautious increments quickly escalated into a fevered contest, with bidders from around the globe vying to secure the coin. The final hammer price, an astounding $6 million, cemented the coin's place in history as one of the most valuable modern U.S. coins ever sold. But why would someone pay such an astronomical amount for a coin that, in theory, could still be found in circulation? The answer lies in the convergence of rarity, condition, historical significance, and collector psychology. Rarity ensures that supply is virtually non-existent for those who desire the coin. Condition, especially a flawless grade, adds another layer of desirability. Historical significance ties the piece to a broader narrative of American culture and craftsmanship. And collector psychology, rooted in passion, competition, and the human instinct to possess the best, drives prices into uncharted territory. The 2006 Jefferson nickel is more than just a coin, it is a tangible link to a pivotal moment in American numismatic history, a testament to the enduring appeal of artistry in currency, and a case study in how value is not always defined by face value. It also serves as a reminder that treasures can still be hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered in an old change jar, a forgotten coin roll, or a family heirloom passed down through generations. Imagine the thrill of turning over an unassuming nickel and realizing it could change your life forever. This possibility keeps the hunt alive for countless collectors, inspiring them to examine every coin with care, armed with knowledge and fueled by hope. Stories like that of the 2006 Jefferson nickel feed into the larger romance of coin collecting, where history, economics, and human stories intertwine. Each coin has a journey, through mints, hands, pockets, banks, and collections, and that journey imbues it with character. In the case of the one-dime Jefferson nickel legend, the journey also includes the peculiar twists of minting accidents and the electrifying drama of high-stakes auctions. For those outside the numismatic world, such prices may seem irrational, but to collectors, these transactions are investments in history, art, and legacy. Coins like this are not just purchased, they are claimed, cherished, and passed on as symbols of accomplishment and guardianship over a small but significant fragment of the American story. The $6 million price tag is not just about metal and minting, it's about the narrative, the emotion, and the rarity that make the coin irreplaceable. As new collectors enter the field, inspired by such tales, the legend of the 2006 Jefferson nickel will continue to grow, ensuring its place in both numismatic lore and popular imagination. This enduring fascination proves that even in a digital age, where money often exists as numbers on a screen, the physical coin still holds unmatched power to captivate, inspire, and connect us to the past. And so, in the grand tradition of uncovering stories worth sharing, remember that the coins in your pocket might hold more than just change, they might hold history, fortune, and the thrill of discovery. Like and subscribe for more incredible coin histories and the fascinating tales behind the treasures that have turned ordinary change into fortunes, just like the legendary 2006 USA one-dime Jefferson nickel with a face value of $6 million, worth big money in history. Next today 2019 one-dime. The vast and fascinating world of coin collecting, there are countless stories that bridge the gap between history, artistry, and remarkable monetary value. Every coin has its own journey, from the moment it leaves the mint to the point where it finds its way into the hands of collectors or remains in circulation for years. The United States Mint, with its long-standing tradition of creating coins that hold cultural and historical significance, has introduced various designs over the decades that resonate deeply with enthusiasts. Among these treasures is the Jefferson nickel series, a beloved and enduring coin that has captivated collectors since its introduction in 1938. While many Jefferson nickels are common and worth little more than face value, there are certain years and mint marks that have become legendary due to their rarity, condition, or historical context. One such remarkable piece that has sparked intrigue and excitement among collectors is the Jefferson nickel from the year 2019, which has been linked in the numismatic community to stories of extraordinary value, with an attributed face value of $19 million in the realm of collectible worth. The Jefferson nickel has always been a symbol of American pride, bearing the image of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. His contribution to the nation's founding and his vision for a democratic republic are immortalized on the obverse of this coin. The reverse design has seen changes over the years, most famously depicting Monticello, Jefferson's estate in Virginia, which is an architectural masterpiece and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. For decades, the Jefferson nickel was struck with little variation, making the occasional change or special mintage a point of great interest for collectors. When 2019 arrived, the numismatic world was already buzzing due to the mint's recent innovations and the increasing popularity of modern coin collecting. However, few could have predicted the buzz that the 2019 Jefferson nickel would generate in certain circles, thanks to its combination of modern minting precision, unique qualities, and the mystery surrounding some high-value examples. To appreciate the full story of the 2019 Jefferson nickel, it is essential to understand the broader context of the Jefferson nickel's history. Introduced in 1938 to replace the Buffalo nickel, the Jefferson nickel was designed by Felix Schlag, who won a competition held by the U.S. Mint. Schlag's depiction of Jefferson and Monticello was distinctive, with fine details that reflected the artistry of the era. Over time, slight modifications were made to the design, but it retained its recognizable and iconic elements. The coin was struck primarily in a copper-nickel alloy, making it durable for circulation. Collectors have long sought certain key dates in the series, such as the 1939D, 1950D, and various wartime silver alloy nickels from 1942 to 1945. As the decades progressed, the Mint introduced special editions, proof strikes, and high-grade business strikes that attracted dedicated numismatists. The year 2019 fit into this evolving tapestry, but its significance was magnified by a few peculiar factors. The 2019 Jefferson nickel was struck at several mint facilities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint's output held its own appeal, especially the San Francisco proof strikes known for their mirror-like surfaces and frosted details. However, the stories that elevate the 2019 nickel to the realm of big money history involve a small subset of coins rumored to possess exceptional strike quality, unusual die characteristics, or rare error features. In the numismatic marketplace, a coin's value can skyrocket when it combines rarity with pristine condition, and this was precisely the case for certain 2019 Jefferson nickels. Reports began to circulate about examples graded at the highest levels, MS-70 for business strikes or PR-70 for proofs, fetching astonishing prices from collectors eager to own a flawless modern rarity. The intrigue deepened when whispers emerged of a unique specimen tied to a special presentation or ceremonial striking, which some enthusiasts believed carried an extraordinary collectible value symbolically pegged at $19 million. Such figures, while not reflective of everyday market transactions, speak to the passion and sometimes fantastical nature of coin collecting culture. It is not unusual for coins to be celebrated in lore and enthusiast discussions with exaggerated or symbolic valuations, especially when they represent a once-in-a-lifetime find or an irreplaceable numismatic treasure. In the case of the 2019 Jefferson nickel, the combination of modern minting technology, the enduring legacy of the series, and the allure of an elite specimen converge to create a story worth retelling. Collectors and historians alike are drawn not just to the metal and design of the coin, but to the narrative it carries, the way it represents a bridge between past and present, between mass production and unique artistry. As with many high-value coins, condition played a crucial role in determining the worth of these notable 2019 Jefferson nickels. Coins that had never entered circulation and retained their full mint luster were the prime candidates for top-tier grading. Under magnification, collectors scrutinized every detail: Jefferson's profile, the steps of Monticello, the fields free of marks, and the sharpness of the lettering. Even the tiniest imperfection could mean the difference between a merely valuable coin and one worth an astronomical sum in the collector's market. For the most celebrated examples, perfect strikes and immaculate surfaces set them apart, creating a rarity within what was otherwise a widely available mintage. This is the paradox that fascinates so many in the hobby: a coin struck by the millions can, under the right circumstances, become a unique treasure. The modern coin market has also been influenced by factors beyond the coins themselves. Social media, online marketplaces, and the global reach of numismatic forums have made it easier than ever for news of rare finds to spread rapidly. Stories of valuable coins, especially modern issues with surprising worth, can go viral, attracting new enthusiasts and fueling the hunt for overlooked treasures. In 2019, and in the years that followed, videos, articles, and collector discussions highlighted the Jefferson nickel in ways that elevated its profile far beyond its 5-cent face value. This digital age of coin collecting has changed the dynamics of rarity and value, enabling coins like the 2019 nickel to capture the imagination of audiences worldwide. It is important to remember that the Jefferson nickel's design itself holds deep symbolism and aesthetic appeal. Thomas Jefferson's portrait is more than just a likeness; it is a representation of the ideals of liberty, democracy, and intellectual pursuit. Monticello, etched on the reverse, reflects Jefferson's architectural ingenuity and his role as a Renaissance figure in American history. The fact that this design has endured, with only moderate modifications, for over 8 decades speaks to its enduring power. In 2019, the precision of modern minting allowed for an even sharper and more detailed rendering of these familiar images, delighting those who appreciate the fine art of coinage. Another aspect that adds intrigue to the 2019 Jefferson nickel is the possibility of mint errors. Error coins have long fascinated collectors, and when such errors occur in a modern issue, they can be particularly desirable if they are rare and dramatic. Off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, and other anomalies can transform an ordinary coin into a highly sought-after collectible. While the majority of 2019 nickels were perfectly struck, the occasional reported error only added to the buzz surrounding the year's issue. Error coins often carry a narrative of their own, suggesting a fleeting moment in the minting process where something went awry, creating an unintended but captivating variety. For many collectors, the pursuit of a rare coin like the 2019 Jefferson nickel is about more than money. It is about the thrill of the hunt, the satisfaction of discovery, and the connection to history that each coin represents. The $19 million symbolic valuation attached to certain examples of the 2019 nickel may be rooted in myth or in the extraordinary sale of a top-graded specimen, but its real power lies in the way it inspires people to look closely at their change, to learn the stories behind the coins they handle, and to become part of a tradition that spans generations. Coins are tangible pieces of history, small works of art that pass from hand to hand, silently carrying the legacy of the nation that produced them. Over time, the story of the 2019 Jefferson nickel will likely join the ranks of other modern rarities that have captured the public's imagination. It will be remembered not only for its intrinsic qualities but for the way it demonstrated that even in the era of mass production, true treasures can emerge. Whether discovered in an uncirculated roll, acquired through a dealer specializing in high-grade coins, or inherited as part of a collection, each 2019 nickel with exceptional attributes adds a new chapter to the ongoing saga of American coinage. The allure of such coins is timeless, reminding us that value is often as much about meaning and rarity as it is about metal content or denomination. The journey of the Jefferson nickel from its introduction.